in your career at Alabama, specifically this past season. I'm looking at that footage from Nick Saban hugging you. Now, obviously, I know Nick Saban a little bit because I've spoken at the university several occasions. But to see the level of affection and appreciation he has for you, he's had a lot of great players, and I'm sure he has a lot of relationships with pretty much all of those players. But there seemed to be something a little extra special when it came to you. What is it about you that has Nick Saban glowing about you so much? Because it clearly just ain't your level of production, because he's had a lot of people producing for him. Could you talk about your relationship with Nick Saban and what's made it so special?
We have a great relationship just from when he first started recruiting me. He just took a chance with me. Small kid from Amite, Louisiana, not the biggest. He just gave me the opportunity to come to the University of Alabama and do the things that I do, and just him giving me that chance, I'm grateful for it. And just our relationship has just built since then, with him just allowing me to be a part of the leadership group and just being a leader on the team and just helping do whatever I can to help the team get to where we want it to be.
DeVonta, focusing on the Super Bowl for a second, watching you play, you not only have great obvious pass catching ability, but you're a great route runner, and you elevate under the spotlight, right? The bigger the circumstance, the more you can be relied upon. When you look at the Super Bowl, a lot of guys can catch passes in this Super Bowl. A lot of guys, both sides, both teams. And a lot of guys can perform under pressure. Who do you have your eye on where you say him, that guy's going to be the difference maker?
I'll probably say Mike Evans. Just with everything with him, just continue to be that big play threat. I think that he's going to have a huge role in this, just with everybody that's been trying to take him out of the game and just making somebody else do it. I feel like just this is going to be the game where he's going to really come into play and he's going to make a big impact.
DeVonta, before we let you go, let me just say again, congratulations on an incredible season. Can't wait to see you on the next level where you land. But tell us what you're doing with AutoTrader.
AutoTrader is the go-to source when car shopping, and with everything going on, me being busy with training and rehabbing, they make finding a car a whole lot easier. And probably my first big purchase is going to be a car. So them making it a lot less stressful on me. I'm excited to be partnering with them.
Heisman Trophy winner DeVonta Smith. DeVonta, thank you for the time.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We continue, fellas, here as we're honoring HBCUs on Wednesdays during Black History Month and Winston-Salem State, Stephen A's alma mater. So, Stephen A. and Max, I have some questions for you from students. Let me get this first one here. This is from Carson Todd. He's a member of the Rams football team. Carson, what you got?
Stephen A. Smith, I have a question. Will Patrick Mahomes become the greatest quarterback of all time?
It looks that way. It looks that way. But I'm not about to give it to him just because of his first 3 years in the National Football League. Sustained excellence matters. You might be all-world player right now, but if you just do it for a couple of years, that ain't good enough. Sustained level of excellence. That's when you're mentioned as the greatest of all time. He's got a chance because clearly he looks like the best ever now, but I still want to see him do it for years and years to come.
Whether or not I agree with Tony Romo that it would be impossible for Mahomes to catch Brady if he loses this Super Bowl, certainly if he wins the Super Bowl, he's got a real shot. Because let's not forget, if not for a pre-snap penalty in the AFC Championship game, there's a good chance Mahomes could be working on a three-peat right now in his first 3 seasons. Stephen A., the only kind of period of dominance I can look at other sports and say he's doing it like that was when Jordan came into his own and had a team around him. You just like the Bulls every year because they had Jordan and he had other great players around him. That's where Mahomes is right now. He's the only football player I've ever felt this way about. Even if he doesn't wind up with 7 championships, if he can beat Brady in this one, he has a hell of a shot to be remembered as the GOAT one day.
Yeah, Brady's played in 10 Super Bowls. That's a lot. We'll keep it moving here. This one's from Joshua Flowers, also on the Rams football team. What's up, Joshua?
Stephen A., I have a question for you. Well, do you think Lamar Jackson will be able to sustain being a mobile quarterback for the rest of his career?
Yes, I do. I would say the rest of his career because, I mean, as you climb up there in age, I mean, it creeps up on you, and then you just wake up one day and you're not what you used to be. But I would say for the foreseeable future, considering his youth, I definitely think Lamar Jackson has a chance to be doing what he's doing as a running quarterback for years to come. And the more he improves his passing, the more lethal he'll be as a running quarterback, because obviously that would open things up for him. So I say he's got a shot. I'd say that.
I think more importantly, Stephen A., I think you answered that question well. More importantly to me, if they get him some weapons on the outside, like guys and some elite receivers, I think Lamar Jackson could be the first quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl in that style. Meaning not just guys who can get out and run and extend plays, but guys where the offensive coordinator designs running plays for them consistently as a quarterback and bases the offense around that and still goes on to win a Super Bowl. I think he can do it.
All right. Lamar Jackson, the only quarterback to have multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Incredible at the quarterback position. We got another one here. This one's from Jalen Austin, a member of the basketball team.
Hey, Stephen A., will LeBron repeat with the Lakers this year?
Well, first of all, I think the question should be, are y'all going to repeat CIAA champions? I mean, Winston-Salem State, they're the reigning defending champions right there. Let me just say that. Will LeBron repeat? I would tell you he's the favorite, but I got kind of scared for him watching Kyrie, KD, and James Harden last night. I must confess that. I got kind of scared for LeBron and whether or not he's going to repeat with that offensive juggernaut in Brooklyn. It remains to be seen. At this moment in time, the Lakers are the favorite, as they should be.
I'm not scared about the Nets for this year for LeBron.